Hello. Hello. How are you? Welcome to Bma's Crafty Corner. I'm Bma, better known as Els, and this is one half of my paint collection. The other half's still in the rack. We'll get to it. Why do I have it down? Well, I have it down because I usually do this in January. And I kind of like spaced it. Harry. I put it off. I didn't want to do it. But it has to be done. And this has to be done annually. So in your craft room, you have to do this annually. Not because I do it, but because you should. Okay? So, and I'll tell you why. If you buy your paint at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or anywhere else, but if you buy your paint and it has one of these orange stickers on it, it probably means that that's old. It's old paint. And that means it's going to expire. Believe it or not, this stuff has expiration dates. So when it expires, it does a couple of things funky. One, it can get moldy in the bottle. Ugh. Now, generally, if they're sealed still, they're okay. Okay. Even if they are, but if they're open, they can get moldy. And they also separate. See, like this one's separated. And so we're going to go through all of these. Yep, that one's definitely separated. We're going to go through all of these, and hopefully I'm going to help you save some of your paint, but we're going to get rid of the gross stuff, okay? So, without further ado. Hello, Miss Candy. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Miss Marie. I said hello, so Harry thinks he's getting treats. What? No, I'm not giving you treats. That's not happening. Find some place to be that doesn't include you knocking over my drink. So, I have a bucket of water and a sponge to clean them off because they dirty gross. I had to have Hubbard bring it down for me. It's very heavy. Don't try to lift this by yourself. If you have a full rack, and by a full rack, I mean one of those big, shush, one of those big craft spinner racks that you put your paints in, don't try to move that on your own. Have somebody else help you because those are heavy. Mine is, wow. Hold on. Let me just shoot him with a rubber band.
Honey, I'm always willing to help you move your rack. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. He's so bad. All right. So you should do this about once a year. So I usually do it in January. I didn't do it this year. I'm being lazy. It only takes about an hour and a half to do it, but we're going to do it anyway. So in here, I have all of my reds, purples, browns, pinks, a couple of greens, and my one lowly orange, the only orange one I own. Okay. Candy says, hi, Mike.
Hello.
Marie says, hello, Hubbard.
Hello, ladies.
So first thing I'm going to do is when I bring out a bottle, they get, they sit on the rack. They get icky. Kitty, no.
Yes.
So first things first, we're going to open the tops and get rid of this. If we can. So I'm going to get paint all over my hands. I know I am because that's what I do when I do this. I get paint all over my hands. So we're going to get rid of these because that actually keeps you, believe it or not, keeps you from closing the paint. And so therefore it can get air in it and that can cause mold. Yeah, I know. Then we're going to take off the lid and we're going to smell it. This one smells like paint. So this is a good one. So we'll give it a shake. It's not separated. It's in good shape. We'll put it back in the rack. I'm just going to put it in I'm going to grab another bin. That's what I'm doing. No, screw it. Move this out of the way. Move that over. I'm just going to put it over here for now. And then I'll move them all at once. Next one. Now I'm going to tell you the cheap paint, this deco art stuff, tends to last longer than some of the expensive paints. So just so you know. But when you get all of this stuff up here, it keeps this from going all the way into the hole there. And that will actually cause paint to be a problem. We'll just put it in the thing. So we're going to close it, clean it off. This one I can tell is separating. We're going to give it a little bit of a shake. Then we're going to give it the sniff test. That one still smells like paint. Okay. I usually only find like 10 in the whole rack that are bad, but you never know. All right, this one is still sealed, so I'm not real worried about it. I'm just going to give it kind of a quick little bit of a shake there. And what I'm feeling for when I'm shaking it is the flow of the paint. Is it flowing? If it's not, that's a whole other problem. Oh, look at this one. We don't see this stuff when we put our paint away. He just fell into the chair behind me. All right. Let's give it a sniff.
Do it.
Yeah, that one's good. Okay. Hi, Chris. So, what do we do with our paint if it's like gooey? What do you do with gooey paint? You know, like it's globby and thick and it doesn't function properly. Well, there's a product that you can buy. This one is sealed. There's a product that you can buy. I buy it all the time. I use it quite a bit. I use it for a few things. One, I definitely use it when I'm doing paint pouring. The reason a lot of my paints have gone bad is, well, because, you know, for a while, I couldn't get in my garage, which means I couldn't do any painting. So we're going to open this up, give it the smell test. That still smells like paint. Pop the lid. Let's look. That's pretty good. Give it a little shake. Hi, Miss Jamie. So what do you do with it when it's like, you know, clumpy, lumpy, and goobery, and you can't? Ooh, look at this. This is definitely separated. Oh yeah. Definitely separated. Let's take a look at the top. Ha! Look at that mess. Oh, look at this. Well, you know, we invest quite a bit of money in our paint. I actually did this one time. I figured it out. Like the amount of money that we spend on these little bottles of paint to buy a gallon of paint. You know, what does that cost us? Huge amounts of money. I did it one time, and I think it was like $60 or something to get a gallon of this paint. If we were to buy it, you know. The other thing you can do is paint's like wine. When you put it in your rack and it's laying like this, occasionally turn them. But if you can't get this off of here and you want to get it reincorporated into the paint, use a chopstick or something. Go in there and kind of stir it up. But if it's lumpy and you can't use it, there's a product out there. It's by a company called Flood, and it's called Floetrol. It is a latex-based additive that you can put in paint. Now, I use this when I'm doing paint pouring because it thins out the paint. So if you have paint that gets kind of lumpy and it's thickening up, one, there's probably air leaking into it. But two, you can add a little bit of this and shake it into and stir it into the paint, and it will revitalize the paint. So, and I think this bottle right here, which is a quart, I think this is like $10. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it through Walmart, but it's like $10. Or, you know, if you want to feel like you're, you know, really having an adventure, you can also pick it up at Lowe's or Home Depot. This is chalk paint. Chalk paints separate a lot. So we're just going to kind of give it the thing. We're going to open it. Looks good up here. Looks like this one's never even been used. Like it's not new, but it hasn't been used. can't tell if that's mold or just because it's chalk paint. I think it's just because it's chalk paint. All right, Martha Stewart paints. These go bad quickly. So, open. Oh my goodness, look at that mess. This is why I have a bucket of water handy. Where's my pokey tool? It's the closure on her paints that's so bad because it's right in the center. So it actually makes them harder to close. And they have tiny little tops on the bottles, watch. So you have a tiny little section in there, but you have all this area that you can get air into it. Okay, next. This one's still sealed. I just replaced a bunch of paint, so a lot of these are sealed. Sealed. Ah. This one is not, and I can tell that it's, wowzer. Oh yeah, look at that. Just a mess. Let's get this off of here. There we go. And off here. Okay. This one's a little thick. Ooh. This is moldy. Bye-bye. To save myself some frustration, I could actually smell them first to see if they're moldy. But you know what the heck. If I do it the same way on all of them, then, you know, I keep track of what I'm doing. Nope, that one smells like paint. Now, this is metallic, and apparently I use it a lot because there's a whole bunch on here. Not too shabby. Not too bad. It's this little ridge right here, too, that you really want to pay attention to. I know it doesn't seem like much, but in my opinion, because that's where the lid sits in, if you don't clean that part, it gets gross. Now I'm going to shake the paint, make my grandma wings flap about. Oh, I just made a mess. Awesome. Ooh, that is moldy. Bye-bye. Okay. Well, that's okay, because apparently I've got a new one of it. Yep, garnet, brand new. Never opened. All right. So, what's everybody up to today? Besides watching a lunatic clean out paint bottles. Still see. Just got my hand caught in the desk. All right. Cheap paint. This is good. There it is. Right where the pin goes in. Let's give it a smell. That smells like paint. So that one is good. This one is brand new. Oh my God. That's my personal check your sugar alarm. Hi, Miss Mari. All right, let's see. What do we got? Berry. I'm going to smell first, and then we'll. Smells like paint. Let's take a look at the top. Not in too bad a shape. Shake it up. It's shaking nicely. Okay, folk art. What is this? Cardinal red. Dang, that's a color. All right, let's give it a sniff test. Oh, I can tell this is already going to be a problem. Actually, it doesn't smell bad. It's just got this like weird dry thing at the top. All right, well, it doesn't smell bad. Let's take a look. Oh, that's the purple right there. Look at that. Okay. We're still in the reds. Reds and browns and purples and stuff. So this is another one. This one's new, but it's called Cherry Cobbler. Let's take a look at the top. Only a little bit of color screwed up on this one. Did anybody see yesterday's temperatures in Phoenix? Phoenix hit 101 yesterday. 101. What in the hell? That's like 3 months ahead of schedule. Like, it's not supposed to be that damn cold for a while. That warm for a while. Sorry. Oh, that is moldy. That one's going. Okay, so far we've thrown out 3. Gross. This one, wine. I wonder if it smells like wine. No, probably doesn't. It smells like paint. All right, we're going to open it. Look at that. Look at that. There's a big chunk right there. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. 101 freaking degrees. I got to go down there in like a month. This one doesn't, it's not moving inside there. Still smells like paint. Bloop. Come on. Blurp already, will you? That one does not smell like mold. It's like paint. It's a little on the thick side. So, this one. So, I'm going to shake up my Floetrol. I didn't bring the bottle in, but usually I put this in a little dispenser bottle. Let me go grab that because it's going to be too hard trying to get that in there. Give me a second. So basically I have a little bottle here. It's a candy making bottle. Now, this is white, but it doesn't really affect the color of the paint. There we go. The lid off. So all you do is open the paint when it's thick like this one is. And we're just going to put a little bit in here, just like 4 or 5 drops. Shake it for a couple of seconds. Mix that in. And it will, yeah. Now I can hear the paint moving. It's moving. It's loosening up. It will loosen up more as it sits. All right, this one's brand new. All right, let's see. Pink. We have a pink one. What is this? What color is this? Rose Shimmer. It's pretty. Okay. Never used it. Metallic Garnet Red. Let's take a look. Top's in really good shape. Take the lid off. Now that smells good, but I don't know if you guys can see in there. Do you see how it looks dried out and lumpy? This is Floetrol. This is a Floetrol bottle. So we'll put that in. Put the lid back on and shake the livid out of it. I need one of those things they use at the beauty salon, you know, for the nail polish. Look at that. It's paint again. It's paint again. And if it's still too thick, I can just add more Floetrol to it. But much better than it was. And it doesn't smell. Now, the Floetrol does have a smell to it, but it's not that annoying or, you know, noticeable. Burgundy. Oh, look at that mess. There we go. Let's get that off of there. Pokey tool to the rescue. Yeah, so like late April or May, I'm supposed to be going down to Arizona. Yes, you could put ball bearings in the bottle. That works too, to help mix it around, you know. But then you got to get them out.
So magnets are for, right?
Yep. So this burgundy is still good. Not quite sure I know the difference between the two colors, but they're different. All right, this one is still new. This one, this one's from the Dallas store. It's a chalkboard paint. I love this Craftwise chalkboard paint. It's fantastic. Like, it's one of the best chalkboard paints I've ever used. Okay, let's get into the purples, shall we? Oh, what I'm adding is a product called Floetrol. And you can pick this up at any home, you know, like any home supply store, like a paint store, any place that sells paint. You can pick it up at Walmart. You can get this through Amazon. And literally just, you saw, it's not even like a teaspoon of this. You just put it into your paint and it loosens it back up. So if you get paint that gets chunky, you don't want chunky paint, you can fix it. Look at that mess.
Can't you make your own Floetrol too? Isn't that a thing?
I think so. But it's also, they will sell it in craft stores under the title of pouring mixatives. You'll pay like, I don't know, like $10 for a bottle this size, or you can pay like $20 for this at the Home Depot. All right, so we're gonna give this a smell. Still smells like paint, no mold. And it's movement. It moves. Okay. Next. What the hell color is that? Whatever it is, dark. This is dark plum. So, first we'll take a look up here. Ugh. You guys can't see that very well, but it's a mess. All right, let's see. Give it a sniff. Get the pokey tool out of your hand. Smells like paint. No mold. Shake. It's not moving. It's not very movable. Yeah, it's not. It's not really moving in there. Boink. Come on, pop. Thank you. So we'll add some Floetrol. And mix it up. So the Floetrol does thin the paint, but it doesn't like destroy it. All right, then we got this one, which is Vivid Violet. Vivid Violet. That smells like paint. Okay, we have this one. Not to mention, just get all your paint down and clean it off once a year. You know what I mean? All right, so this one's new, still sealed. I have to clean these paint bottles off of here soon. Now this one's still sealed, but it looks like it's leaked. So we're going to give it the standard treatment here. It smells fine. It moves. I'm not going to worry about the top because the top is sealed. Moving on to the next one. Violet Shimmer. All right. That's really clean. For one of my paint jars, that's fantastically clean. What we got? Oh, it smells like paint. And it moves. Yay! Okay. I'm ridiculously happy about the stupidest stuff. Paint moves, yay!
They're all about $1.50, $2 a bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money.
Yep.
Are you coming, Goofy? Just gonna stand there and stare at me? Come on. There you go.
So Miss Candy, what you been up to, babe? Seriously, it's because it's been a hot minute. This paint is very old. This bottle. I know this because it has the M on the top. And believe it or not, it's not moldy, but this thing's like 10 years old. I know this because when my daughter was living at home, and we both used to do painting, she would mark all my paint with M, so that she knew if she borrowed one of my colors to bring it back. All right, so we're cleaning this one. Smelling. That one smells fantastic. Perfect.
Huge problem with the particular concussion.
I'm sorry, honey. That's not good. What a mess. Oh, yeah. Look at that mess. Oh, it took a drink and it went down to one pipe. Well, that's not good, baby. Is therapy helping at all? Or are you just getting the world's most expensive gym membership? Oof, this one's terrible. Put some Fotro in there. Give that a good couple of shakes. Hi, Miss Edna. Eye and neck exercise. Very good. Whew. We're almost done with half the rack, guys. Told you, this takes about an hour, hour and a half to do a full rack if you've got the full paint rack. But it's worth it. You know, we've already gotten rid of a couple of colors that were moldy. Nobody wants that. You don't want to like have your heart set on something. Write down the colors you're getting rid of, because if it's a color you use all the time, you know, but you don't want to like have your heart set on something and then get that bottle of paint and go to put it on your project and put the first strip on and it smells like mold. You don't want that. That's very clean at the top. Let's take the lid off. You may need pliers for this little exercise too, by the way. That smells like paint. And it's moving. That's good. Okay. Top. Whoa. Oh. Okay, so let me tell you how my tops get like this, because you guys have seen me use these, and you always see me wipe them off, you know, when I'm doing like mixed media and stuff. The way my tops get like this is I let my grandkids paint when they're here. And Buggy and Lily, they do not get the concept of clean the bottle off. This one is moldy. Amethyst. Putting it on the list. Next. Now, I will check, because sometimes with ones like that, like this, I may have another amethyst in here somewhere, because I knew that I was running low on it, so I may have bought another one already, so I will check before I go and buy new. But all right, what do we got here? Vibrant Violet. Let's smell it first. Smells like paint. And the lid, reasonably clean, not too bad. Get that off of there. Ooh, that's like a high shine. Wow. That's not bad. I like that shine. All right. Well, this one looks like it leaked too, or something leaked on it. I'm gonna let me get my razor knife out here real quick. There's one, and I'm gonna cut this off. What a mess. Yeah, this looks like something shimmery, because this does not look shimmery. This paint looks flat. Oh, that does not look good. This one might be bad. Yeah, that's totally gone. If you look at your paint, and I don't know if you guys can see that. See that? You see that opening there like that? See how it's open over here, and this is gone. There's nothing. You can't even use the Floetrol won't even work on that. Just chuck it, babe. Concord Grape. Okay. Top first. Not too bad. I mean, it's got some stuff, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I don't want to go. I have to go to Arizona. I don't want to go. I feel for you guys. I mean, I live with a migraine every day. Don't get me wrong. That sucks. But Michelle earlier, she told me that she took a muscle relaxer and pain pill because she's got that, that tension headache that comes up the back of your neck from your shoulders. She's like, I'm just going to try and lay down. I was like, you know what? I feel you. Go lay down. I'm not even going to go there. Just go lay down. I can't tell. I think this might be on the verge of mold. So we'll replace it. No big deal. All right, next color. Tanzanite. Now, I have found that the metallic paints, they go bad faster. Like, you have to replace your metallic paints probably no more than once every 2 years. Well, no less than once every 2 years. Because for whatever reason, the metallic ones tend to go bad fast. All right, so we got that part cleaned up. Let's take a smell. That one is moldy. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm going to a gem show. All these paints. Okay. Purple velvet. Let's sniff this one. Oh, see, now see that? That smells good, but I can see the lumps. So, Floetrol. Close. Clean the top. Why are we cleaning the top? Because we're going to shake it. If we don't clean it before we shake it, when we go to open it, it's going to explode all over the place. I don't want that. Well, I mean, you may want to see that, but I don't want it. But you guys might think it's funny. So, all right, so now I'm going to shake the living crap out of this. This one's going to need a lot of love. It's coming back. Look, it's getting gooier. A little more Floetrol. And like I said, sometimes you may have to put like a chopstick in there and stir it around. That always, you know, is an option. Oh yeah. So you can start to see it starting to get thinner. That's what we want. Okay. So now I'm going to let that Floetrol. I'll shake all of these again before I put the rack back up. But we're going to let the Floetrol sit in there now and kind of work its magic. Bright purple. Not just purple, bright purple. Every time I say the word purple, I remember that commercial. I think it was for Sherwin-Williams. I would like purple, but not like purple. I want like purple, but not purple. Yeah. Like there's so many ways to describe the color purple. Okay, so we cleaned this one. We're going to give it the sniff test. Smells like paint. I don't know that there's actually like an expiration date posted on these things, but I do know that they expire. All right. Come on, everybody get back a little bit. I need more room. All right, next color. What is this? What does it look like? Yep, I was going to say, this looks like eggplant. It's deep eggplant. All right. Let's take a look. Ooh, very clean. Let's see if she be moldy. She's not moldy. She do a little Floetrol though. She's all settled on one side from being in the rack. Like this one. See this? This is separation. My paint has separation anxiety. This is Wisteria Blue. I know this is a newer bottle. I know I just recently bought this bottle. Brand new, nice and clean. We're going to give it a couple shakes. You remember that commercial, huh? I want purple, but not like purple. I want like but not purple. This is purple. And smells fantastic. It's a brand new bottle. I remember I bought this Wisteria Blue. I bought it recently. All right, here we go. Another Martha Stewart. This one's a chalkboard paint in brown, right? It's the hell color? Vanilla bean. Let's take a look at the top. Nice and clean. Tiny little hole. Smells fresh. This is a newer paint. Okay, brown. Okay. I'm going to rinse this. It's gross. That's why we have that little bucket of water. But we need some paper towels. Wait, I have a towel. I have a hand towel just for this purpose. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you try to mix the colors to make the color that you want, but you never mix enough. Start off mixing too much. Just saying. Okay, this is a metallic. I do that too. But what I do is I will go to like the dollar store and I'll get those little pots that have the snap lids on them and then mix my paint, mix up too much, put it in one of those and then put it in a Ziploc bag and it'll last a day or two before it'll dry out. All right, we're going to sniff test. This one smells like paint. It's a metallic and it survived. Okay. By the way, these are the bins that I use for the sales. You guys, I've had people ask me what the heck the bins are. These are them. Not the ones I put your guys' stuff in, but the bins that I sort everything into before the sale. Then I do it by color. I have all different colors of these so that I know what bin comes up next in the list. Raw umber. That smells like raw umber. Oh my God. Raw umber has its own smell. It really does. It's very deep smell. Yep, that smells like raw. It smells like Crayola. That's what raw umber smells like. It smells like Crayolas. Okay. Craft Mart Bronze Metallic Paint. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Look at that mess. Yep, just because I let my grandkids play with my paint. That's another reason why I have to clean my paints every year. There's a rule. They're not allowed to use any paint that's still got the seal on it. So every now and then I catch Lily doing it. I think the day to do this one. My allergies are acting up. So we're gonna shake it a little bit and then smell it. No, that smells like paint. Okay. It had a little moldy undertone. Copper. So if you don't do this to your paint, I really recommend that you do. At least, once a year. Find a time to do it. I do, like I said, I usually do mine in January. And I find that the standard bottle of name brand paints like these folk arts and stuff, these will last probably 2 years. The cheap stuff, the Apple Barrel and the Craft Smart, they will last 3 or 4 or 5 years. We're going to test this one, which I've had. This is that Deco Crafters Acrylic. I've had this for at least 10 years. We'll see. All right, let's give it the sniff test. Smells like paint. Let's see if she's a mover. And it moves. Let's take a look. Yep, she's good. She's good. Okay, next one. What is this one? This is another metallic. Royal Ruby. Top is mostly clean. I have all these like little paint islets. All right. Nope, that one smells good. And it moves. All right. That one's good. Dark taupe. Now I know I just bought this one recently. Used it on a project. Specifically needed this color. Twink. But we will check it anyway. It smells just like paint. Still in the browns. Oh. Just in case anybody's keeping score, no, I did not get any of my editing done today. I was going to go talk about totally ungratifying. So you guys know I shop at the auction for stuff. And sometimes I will get an item that is not as described. And so I will return it. They allow returns within 7 days. Especially if they say that, you know, there's no parts missing and it works. And then you get it and find out half the pieces are missing and it doesn't work. So I had bought something, and when you get your stuff, it's all taped together in a big bundle if you buy more than one item. So it's all taped together. They put it in the car for you. I didn't even think about it. And I left. I got home, and 2 of the items that I purchased were only half there. It was the same item, just 2 different lots, but there was only half of the item. That smells like paint. Oh, no movement. Yeah, that's got like almost no movement to it. Oh, we're going to get it to burp. Burp. Come on, burp already. There we go. Little Floetrol. So I took them back. It was one of those things where it said, like, it was supposed to have 2 in the package. And instead I got... One pack was supposed to have 2 pieces. Instead, and I bought 2 of them. So I should have had 4. And I ended up with 2 total because each pack only had 1 piece. Now, I don't know if they just screwed up and packaged them separately or what the deal was. But because they were mislabeled, if they had been labeled that way, I never would have paid what I paid for them. I would have quit bidding before that point because it wouldn't have been worth it for me. Espresso. That's what this color is called. Espresso. Ooh, who cares? It's moldy as hell. Oh, okay. Got to get rid of that one. All right, this one is sealed. And so I took the items back. Now, prior to that, there was one other item that I took back. And the reason I took it back was because it said in the item description that it was, you know, those little clamps. What are they called? Tim Holtz has some of them. The old style paper clip clamps, you know. And there was supposed to be a 30-pack of these things. And I do not like the sound of that. That's a lot of green paint on my hand. How did I get that much green paint on my freaking hand? Okay. What is the deal here? I don't like this at all. Do you need a choppy stick? Or a pokey tool? That'll work. I don't know what the deal is with this one, but we're not keeping it. So that's emerald. So I had taken all this stuff back, okay, because it wasn't as described. Now, of course, none of this could come from the auction that's right down the street from me. No. It has to be the one that's on the other side of town. So I went over there and returned these items. And the girl was like, okay, we'll go ahead and process your return. Yada, yada, yada. 10 years old. It's still good, and it's crappy paint. And so they processed my return, and it showed in my shop page that it was returned. And I was like, okay. I said, how long before I get my refund? She goes, oh, it's usually within 2 to 3 days. Okay. That works for me. Fantastic. Thank you. Have a great day. And I leave. This is very thick. Very thick. We're going to see if we can. Oh, yeah, very thick. Oh, perfect candidate for Floetrol. Hi, Christine. So I take the items back. I had another pickup that day, so no big deal. I go over, I pick up my items, I return the items that I don't want. Like I said, no questions asked. They don't ask any questions. So I was like, that's cool. Here's your stuff, you know. Well, the one item that I returned about, I don't know, about a month ago, still hadn't been credited to my account. And I was like, what the hell? And the 2 items that I had recently purchased had also not been credited yet. So I got on their website and I went to their little submit a ticket thing. When you have an issue with an item or something, you can submit a ticket. And as long as you do that within a week, it qualifies as a return.
All right.
And it gives you more time to bring the item back, because maybe you just have a question about the item or something. Chunky. Still good, but chunky. So we're going to try the Floetrol trick. See if we can get it to move around in there. And so, you know, I waited and I waited and I waited. And finally, someone got back to me. See that? Now it's looking like paint again. Smells fantastic. I am going to put some more Floetrol in, just to give it a little bit more movement. So I go and I'm looking. I pay for everything for the business through my PayPal, because that's where the income comes into. Most of you pay me through PayPal. Most of my Etsy comes into PayPal. It pays directly into my PayPal account. It is what I use. I have a business account with them. I have my business card and all that other stuff. So when I'm traveling, I put my travel expenses on it because it's a business expense. And I want to be able to write all that off at the end of the year. So I'm looking and I'm waiting. I see a lot of money going out to the auction, but I'm not seeing anything coming back in. And I'm still not getting anything back from the ticket that I had opened with them. This one's good. Rose gold. So I'm like, this is starting to get real annoying. So yesterday, finally, they sent me back a thing and they were like, we're so sorry it took us long to get back to you, but we was updating our systems and If you do not respond to this, then we will assume that your ticket is closed. You have 48 hours. There's been no resolution at all. So this one's sealed. So I was like, yeah, I still got my damn money back. And I'm starting to get a little ticked off about it. So they shot me immediately. I got an email back from them. And they were like, oh, well, what's going on? And I was like, okay, first off, you can see into my account. I know you can. So you will see that there are 3 returned items. And I'm not getting a refund for them. I've not received a refund. Well, all refunds are processed within 5 business days. Okay, I have not gotten a refund. I'm telling you right now, I've not gotten a refund. I can come down there and I can show you that I haven't gotten a refund. This smells fine, but there's no damn paint in there. So we'll replace it. Now, I wouldn't give a crap. If it's not for the fact, it's only $20. No big deal. Of course, right now, that $20 is, 2.5 gallons of gas. So as of this morning, when they were like, well, we don't see, like, we'll have to look at, I sent them back on their little ticket, a little email that said, it's PayPal. I can dispute every single charge with your business and get it back. Because this is fraud. That's the way PayPal will look at it. It will be fraud. It smells like paint. And it moves. I have no idea where this bottle of paint came from, but it's black satin paint, so we're going to keep it. We just got rid of our black satin. So I was on my way to go down there and throw a big Karen in their office. Like the let me talk to your manager kind of Karen, Like, get out your cameras, start recording because this is going to be good kind of Karen, okay? Like, I don't have the Karen haircut, but, I was going to do it anyway. And then I was going to bitch and complain that it cost me money to come over there because I had to drive all the way across freaking town. Well, I got in the car. Ready to go. I had a cooler, extra drinks, snacks for my sugar. Got in the car, planned. I'm going to drive over there. I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. And then I'm going to go get Chinese food. This smells fantastic. Now, this is gold. And this is that kind of 24 karat gold, that real high metallic. So we're going to put a little Floetrol in this and just shake it because it separates real quick. I was going to do the whole, I want a manager. It's $20. I don't care. But I was mad. Do you know how much lace I can buy in Arizona with $20? All right. This is our orange. My one lonely orange paint that I bought just for mixed media because I hate the freaking color orange, but it's on the list. So I have it so that I can put a dot of yellow paint on some orange paint on something. Let's smell it. It's new. It smells like paint. I was you know how when you're gonna go do something like that, like you got yourself all ready and you got your big girl panties on, and you purposely, like, I don't know, like you touch up your lipstick kind of thing, like you're gonna. And I said, all right, let me check. And I looked at my PayPal account and the money was there. I was mad. I was so mad. I'm like, shit. I worked up a good anger for nothing. Damn it. I was gonna Karen you. I mean, I didn't have to Karen them and I got my money back, but still, not satisfying. Not at all satisfying. Hi, baby. What are you doing? This is pewter titanium gold. We're going to sniff it. You want to sniff? It smells good. You want to smell? Oh, you didn't like that, huh? Okay. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, yeah, it's moving. Okay. Hi, Hammy. Please don't spill my drink or the Floetrol. Please don't spill anything on my desk. I'd appreciate it. It's so ungratifying. You get yourself worked up. You're going to do it. Ah. And then you get there and they're like, hi, can I help you? And you're like, oh my God, I can't do it. The money was there and I couldn't go over there, bitch. And then I would have looked like an idiot because I would have gone over there and gone off if I hadn't checked. I would have gone over there and I would have gone off and they would have been like, if you checked your account today, your money was refunded this morning. And all my righteous indignation would have gone right out the window. Yeah, because I'm that kind of jerk. It smells like paint, okay? And it's pretty flowing here. How you doing, Harry? Everybody wants to know how you're feeling. They're all worried because you didn't eat for 3 days. Say, I'm a fatter now. I'm fat again. Huh? You're a fatter again, aren't you? Yes, you are. Black Pearl. I think I bought this for a project and I never used it. Don't even know if it's any good. I'm not going to open it, though. It's sealed. All right. And then we have this. What is this? This is... I don't know. It's missing the name of it. But it's like it's like a textured acrylic. I bought it for something. I don't remember what it was. Some project. Anyway, it's got like a granite to it. So I've never used this kind of paint before. I don't know how it's going to hold up. So we're going to take a sniff. A schmiff. We're going to schmiff it. Oh, it looks awful thick. It smells okay. Let's put a little Floetrol in it because it is a little thicky. A little Floetrol. There we go. 15, 20 drops or so. Put the lid on it. Let's give it a shaky. And when this is done, if your hands don't hurt, you haven't done it right. There's a better. Like this is, I think that one's supposed to be thick because it's got like, it's terracotta. It's supposed to be like thick, you know? All right. Cleaning this one off. We're almost done with the bin. One more. And then we can put these over. We can, get another bin. We'll get another bin. Well, we'll use this bin, but we'll put more paint in. All right. I'm cleaning this mess up. Look at that. Ugh. Disaster. In the little room. Yes, I'm supposed to take the grandkids to Arizona. I should have gone this week because this was spring break. And this was the week that they were supposed to originally go to Disney World. What a messed up mess that is. So they were supposed to go to Disney World this week. Like, it's the last trip my daughter can force Shaylee to go with her because she's going to be 18 years old in June. So this will be like the last when they're kids kind of trip. Mode. We're not doing too bad. That was another moldy one. All right, last bottle. And so I'm like trying to find stuff to do on the trip because we're supposed to be going to Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana. Coming back. Anyway, I'm trying to make this trip that I get to go see Arlene. That is moldy. All right. One bin down. Get all these pieces out of here.
Hey Ben, this is Mike with Cox Business Support, calling on a recorded line. How you doing today, kind sir? Oh, it's a fucking all day, every day, my friend. Never the same thing twice, ever. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Fun times had by all. So hey, I've got your dark fiber down here over at Higley Road. That's our internal ticket number 2.
And now we're gonna get her.
0515. It's current. The ticket itself is currently with our dock to dispatch a to get this back. Still haven't got an update from them. I'm assuming they're bombed with
Okay.
and everything else.
So this is the paint rack I'm talking
I
about.
don't know how soon they'll get this.
One of these.
Are you actually 24/7 on this, or?
And it should be white. I painted it
Okay.
black a long time ago.
Oh,
I'll tell you
okay,
why.
I'm sorry.
Because when I
get
painted it black
All right,
originally, it was
buddy.
because I used to hang
So,
jewelry on it.
I'll notate it here. You're the on-call and 24/7, but 24/7 is confirmed, and pending our knock to get fiber involved in on this.
So,
I do see where we've already.
So I'm
got
supposed to take the grandkids.
applied to the ticket. So
um,
we're just waiting on them to pick it
down
up
to- on this road trip with me, because I'm a sadomasochist. We've already decided this.
There's no level of escalation currently on this. I was going to try to send an email to the NOC supervisor saying, hey, it's been a bit on this. It needs to be looked at. Can we get this looked at next?
And
But that's what I was going to do, is send an email out to our NOC supervisor.
we're just gonna put this off to the side here because
So
I'm gonna put all these paint jars back on this side of it, and then I'll move it. It'll be
sure,
easier that way.
I can't see why not. It's been a
So-
bit. So yeah, I'll definitely throw a level 1 on it. All right.
You get down there.
My pleasure.
And I will
Thank
get
you,
these all
Cox.
organized
Have
because I
yourself a
organize my
fantastic
paint by
evening.
color. And
All right, thank
obviously
you.
that's
Okay.
not going to happen at the moment. So I will do that in a minute after I go off the live, before I make Hubbard put this back. So I'm trying to find stuff to do with my grandkids. Just stuff. Because this is going to be like our last big trip together, all of us. And so I've had all this stuff coming over my feed of different things that you can do in Arizona. Except none of it is in the towns that we're going into. I'm like, son of a... She couldn't take the kids to Disney World this week. That plan got messed up because there's something going on at her husband's job. And so nobody can take PTO for the last 2 weeks. And he would have been into the last 2 weeks. So they were like, nope, can't take the PTO. So he couldn't get the time off. And so she had to change up their plans for the trip. Not making her happy because now her and everybody else that's going, you know, they had to change their PTO. And this was the only, like, the new dates, which is now next month, means the kids are going to miss school. It's going to be more humid down there than they had originally anticipated. So she's not happy. But I'm like, I got to take the grandbabies and go on this trip. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with them. But there's a couple of places that I wanted to take them, but I don't know. Night, honey. See you tomorrow. But like, I wanted to take them. There's natural water slides. Outside of Winslow. So I wanted to take them for that. But now I'm thinking it might be too hot to do that, even though it's, you know, it's water slides, but still, you know, Arizona desert, Arizona heat, my pasty white grandchildren. If you don't know, 2 of my grandkids are like genetically 1 marker away from being albinos. Like Shaylee and Ashrin are so white. Their dad is, their biological father is almost an albino. Like down to he's got the red in his eyes. He is literally like, so they're like 1 marker away from it. So the idea of having them out in the sun has always been a pain in the butt. It's always been. We used to take them to the pool, and it was like every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes, you had to respray them with like SPF 100. So I'm imagining it, to take them to the water slides. It's outside. It's like a natural rock that's smoothed, and you can go down it on tubes and stuff. And it's like free. But I'm imagining that to take them there would be like 4 bottles of sunscreen and then sunburned grandchildren for the rest of the trip. But we're going through there because we're going to go buy, my grandson wants to go see his tata, so we're probably going to go through there so that he can see his grandfather. Because his grandfather moved back to Arizona about a year ago. Little under a year ago. And so the grandkids haven't seen him since he left. So they want to go down and see him. All right, so this side of the rack was full. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 holes, which means we got rid of 13 bottles of paint. I'm going to move this out of the way because I have to continue with this little endeavor. But I am not going to make y'all watch me do this. Because nobody wants to see me go through the rest of this paint. Yeah, because it's paint. All right. Hi, Michelle. All right, guys. So I'm going to scat out of here. I'm going to get some stuff posted in the Facebook group. I'm going to finish up those videos. And I'm going to finish up this paint rack and put it back. Put it back up. This is where all my glitter paints are. So I have to go through all of those and then add Floetrol and make a move and all that other stuff. So I'm going to go through this off camera. But I do recommend you go through your paint. And again, you can get this at Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon carries it. It's about $20 for a quart bottle. put it in some kind of a squeeze bottle, and then add it's like a quarter of a teaspoon is what you need for one of these little teeny bottles, and shake it up, and it will definitely make it so that your paint becomes more liquid. And smell all your paint. Make sure it's not moldy. But that's it, guys. I am going to, hi, Nina. I'm going to pop out of here. I got to run real quick. But check out community tab. Check out the description box below where it says more. You can cyber stalk me. You'll know everything that's going on in my world. Until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay well, and whatever Mother Nature throws at you. I love you guys. Bye.